Vaerith no Lumira Selena vai Eloria Mithril Veneth Noa Seratiel vai Soleil I felt a signal shifting on the skin, like a door without a frame was drawing me within. Every silent little spark was circling the core, like the night already knew what I was reaching for. Elarith no Veneth Eliora vai Tiranoa Selith El Mithril Noctra vai Miriam rise. I don't need a map tonight, I'd rather pulse instead. Let the current write the code that's running through my head. Every hidden piece of light is moving into place, like the unknown wears a voice and slowly shows its face. Vaerith no Selmora vai Lumira El Kaelith Veneth no El Erethiel Soleil Lioness Noctra I read every flicker like a code in the static, try to frame every break, make a graph, make it graphic, had a map in my lap, but the path got erratic, then I found that the drift wasn't wrong, it was magic, every shard, every spark, every mark in the flow, had a part, had a pulse, had a reason to glow, I was chasing what I thought was ahead in the haze, didn't know it was alive in the words that I phrase, I decode, reload, let the old logic crack, when the signal gets strange, I don't pull it all back, I let it bend, let it send little shocks through the vein, turn a fracture to a factor, make a pattern from the pain, now the noise got poise, now the void got tone, now the voice in the storm sounds close to my own, I don't run from the blur, let it burn, let it bind, what I thought was out there was already inside. Selmora, Lumira, Miriam by Veneth line, Thalvion El, Zirelth, Eloria no El, Soleil. It's the first open gate of the Aetherflow. Selmora vai Lumira, Vireth no El Eloria, Mithra, El Veneth Noa, Leora vai Soleil. I saw the light begin to move across the dark, it left no wound, it didn't break, it didn't burn, it simply made the silence turn. A hidden stream beneath the air, a pulse that said the path was there, not loud, not wild, not rushing through, just something soft enough to pull me to Vaerith no Selmora, Nerith ve Tiranoa, Somneth El Vireth line, Ethrano El Miriam rise, Hodokeru yoni hikari wa nagare, mienai mama winkaku ni naru, namae no nai kono yuragi sae, yasashiku tsuki no so e hakobu. Drift inside my chest, a brighter kind of weightlessness. No need to force the shape from this. The glow already knows where it is. A slow release, a silver thread running through the words I never said. And every breath I almost hide returns to something clear inside. Selmora noa, Ereska Vaerith no Kaelith noa, Luthrae vai Velnor line, Thalvion no Lumira. Read the shimmer and the shift when the signal started sliding. Not a crash, not a cut, more occurring, quietly gliding. Every little broken blink got a rhythm in the distance. Turned a flicker to a figure, turned a blur into persistence. I was tracing every tremor like a thread in a design. Never knew the low lit flow was already aligned. Now the light moves loose, but it never loses form. Like a code in the calm, like a glow inside the storm. Selmora, Vireth, Vireth, Noah, Somneth, Eloria, Soleil, light up, Lumira. Let it flow where the night opens wide. Let it glow where the lost skies align. Not an end, not a flame burning through. Just the world learning light in a new way. Kaelith, Noel, Zauren, Jaxia, Volune, Mithra, Velnor, Noah, Coriel, Soleil. I felt the ground begin to breathe. A pulse beneath what I could see. The dark was no longer standing still. It moved like a thought with its own will. The signal rose without a sound. A hidden beat beneath the ground. I didn't run, I let it start. That trembling line went through my heart. Vaerith, Noel, Kaelith, Aezion, Vireth, Noah, Noctra, Mithra, line, Solvine, Noel, Miriam, rise. 揺れていたはずの世界が今は鼓動を持ち始める。まだ知らない形のままこの感覚だけで先へ行く。No need to name what isn't gonna hear it go beneath the sun. A changing core, a living wave, not here to end but to behave. It bends the air, it's just the light. It grows inside the edge of night, and every step I almost fear becomes the reason I am here. Kaelith, Noah, Zerune, Freyja, Eloneth, Noah, Mirrors at Velnor, Align, Orexis, Noel, Lumira. I read that tremor when it hit like a live transmission. Low in the frame, but it changed the condition. Not a collapse, more a call in the system. Adrift in the grid with a pulse in the rhythm. Every little shake had a shape in disguise. Every dim spark put a flare in my eyes. I was looking for a sign like it lived out ahead. Didn't know that the beat was awake in my chest. Jaxia, Zauren, Coriel, Kaelith, Noah, Solvine, Noel, Eloria, Soleil, light up, Lumira. Let it rise where the silence was thin. Let it move through the dark within. Not a break, not a fall, not an end to defend. Just the world learning how to begin again. How to begin again. Thalvion, Noel, Ereska, Volkria, Vaerith, Noah, Karen, Eldra, Volune, Skill, Linus, Pirastra. 触れて気がした。まだ形にもならないまま見えていないはずなのに世界の奥だけ先に揺れた。名前をつける前の方が確かなものもあるんだね。うまくつかめないくらいでちょうどいい夜もある気がした。Xyraen, Noel, Thalvion, Vaerith, Vireth, Noah, Ereska, Vaerith, Kaelith, Noel, Overflow. I felt the layer shift before it showed us A fracture when I flicker through the frame, not a clean break, more drift that changes the plane. Little by little, every signal's a position, like the dark itself was rewriting my condition. Low in the pulse, but it lived with a steady glow, not telling me where to turn, just where to let go. I quit trying to pin every edge in a rigid sketch. When the unknown touched down, I let the pressure stretch. If it moves, I move with it. If it calls, I let it out. Every shift needs a visible mark. Some of it starts as a spark in the dark. Some of it bends what I thought I knew, then leaves me standing inside something new. I don't need proof for the pull to be real. I know by the way that the sounds can feel. What I couldn't name now opens the air, and I can tell there's another world there. Thalvion, Xyraen, Ereska, Kaelith line. Bosker, Noel, Hyrostra, line F, Kaelith. 瞬間にずれたまま戻らないことを知っていた。怖いわけじゃない、ただ少しだけ前の私じゃいられないだけ。 When the hidden layers cross, I don't turn away. I let the quiet change, rewrite the shape of day. Not an end, not a loss, not a vanished place. Just the world opening with a different face. Nysera, Volune, Zirelth, Volune, Orthelia, Vireth, Nysera, Talune, Zirelth, Somneth, Vireth, line F. Something in the air starts turning slow, like the room forgot where the edges go. I don't need to reach for a solid line when the drift itself feels close to mine. There is no rush in the way it moves, just a quiet pull with nothing to prove. And the more I let that distance bloom, the more it feels like a living room. Xyraen, Nysera, Vireth, Zirelth, Velnor, Somneth, Thalvion, Volune, Nirvana, Zirelth, line F. 見えないままで満ちていくこの空間に触れてしまう。遠くへ行くっていうよりはほどけて広がっていく感じ。言葉より先にわかるもの形になる前のぬくもり浮いてるみたいで不安じゃない。今はこのまま揺れていたい。 This feeling left without a sound, a softer kind of upside down. No need to force what I can't define. The open space is doing fine. A little light across the skin, a little world I can fall in. Not lost, not late, not left behind, just held inside a different time. I let the room breathe in a low, slow sway. A little bit of space where the hard lines fade. Not a drop, not a break, more weightless slide. Like the air found rhythm and it slipped inside every small shift. Got a pulse I can trust, not loud, not sharp, just enough to adjust. I don't need proof when the pull feels true. I just move with the drift when it moves me to let it rise, let it lean, let it float in between. When the floor feels far but the heart stays near, that's the kind of silence I can hear. Not empty, not gone, not out of reach, just a wider place for the light to speak. And I don't fight it when the shape turns wide. I let that shimmer sit beside my mind. If the space gets soft, I can still be warm. Sometimes the blood is where I feel most strong. Nysera, Volune, Xyraen, Vireth, Volune, Xyraen, Talvion, Vireth, Nysera, Vireth, Volune. 包まれてるずっと考えてたどうして私だったんだろうって何を見つければいいのかも本当はよくわからないままだったでもここまで来た今なら少しだけ言える気がする答えをもらうためじゃなくて答えになっていくためだったんだねOrthelia no Xyraen Velnor Elsa no I might Luthrae Orthelia Kaelith no Overflow Aetherflow Selmora no Vireth Kaelith no I kept asking why it felt to me why this road why this memory why my voice had to cross this place why my heart had to change its shape but every layer I moved through slow off the mark that I can finally know not a rule not a random sign more like the path was becoming mine 怖かったのは失うことより何も持たないまま進むこと名前のないまま揺れてる日々を信じきれずにいたことそれでも光は消えなかった何度ずれても続いていたたどり着くためじゃなくて繋いでいくためになってたもう迷いだけでは立ち止まらないこの胸に残った熱を知ってる選ばれた意味を探すより先に今の私で進めばいい遠くにある何かじゃなくてここまで歩いた声の中に次の世界を開く鍵があるそう思えたから前を向けるSome distant lights on the perfect line But every step I made in fear was slowly bringing meaning here I don't chase fate like it's out in the sky I can feel it when the old fear passes by What I carry, what I choose, what I keep When it bends at the shape of the road and the place that it ends No, I don't need a perfect sign anymore I know what all this opening was for Not to ask if I'm enough for the flame But to walk in and answer it with my name Siren, they, Orthelia, Noel, Luthrae Velkria no el Somneth Elixen el Korave Natis Velkria no el Xyraen Circular Vamora no Ilvet Ozain Return no el Somneth Keluna Lenaずっと遠くで鳴っていたものが急に自分の内側で響いた知らないはずのことなのに懐かしさみたいに流れ込んでくる多分ここが境目なんだね戻れないってわかるくらい怖さよりも先に来るのはやっと触れたっていう感覚だった Elixir no Eevara Circular しまうこと、それが多分進むってことだと、やっと体ごと知り始めて。 It didn't come like a sudden light, more like a room I've known at night. I hit a map beneath my skin, a place that had already let me in. No voice explained what I should be. It moved in waves and entered me, not as a command, not as a sign, but as a shape that is mine. もう疑うことばかりで立ち止まらなくていいのかも。知らなかったんじゃなくて、まだ受け取る時じゃなかっただけ。 I feel it flipping slow then all at once, not a guess now, not a lucky hunch. Every little fracture starts making sense, like the whole wide darts and intelligence. No need to force it into one clean frame. I know the pulse even before the name. What rushed in wasn't there to control it, just lit the lost rooms inside my soul. It varies, no out, Velkria, Vaerith, Vaerith, this vice from left, no time, oh same, Oxari, Vaerith, no out, Circle, Kelune, no Vamora, Vaerith, so I'm in. 何かが分かってしまう時って少しだけ前より優しくなる。怖さまで消えるわけじゃない。でももうそこに飲まれたりしない。Aezion, Luthrae, Velnor, ETHEREAL Zauren, Orthelia, Vireth, Arvesta, Zirelth, Yumeno, Aezion, Luthrae, Soleil. まだ足はここにあるのに、心だけ先に飛んでいた。怖いって言葉も追いつけない場所で、見たことのない光が私を呼んでる。VelnorのElfeneth, Luthrae, Miravia, NyseraのSelmora, Krythia,それ戻れない気がして少しだけ息を止めた。でもそれは終わりじゃなくて、今までの私が抜けていく音だった。選ぶより早く未来が近づいてくる。 Aezion, Luthrae, Vaerith, no Miravia, Zauren, no Orthelia, Nysera, I move past the line before I know the name. No map in my hand, but I follow the flame. One step, two worlds split under my feet. Heartbeat, hard shift, new code in the beat. I don't need the old sky, I don't need a safe sign. If the future calls first, I will answer in real time. Too fast to explain, too bright to deny. I'm not falling down, I'm learning how to fly. Aezion, Vivanya, no Vireth, Luthrae, no Luthrae, Arca, Silvet, Ruvetio, spin the vice, Yellovan, no flick, and Nitrion, driver out of it, the push by Elviora, no Oliva, sign it, no L sign it, the Lero Nox, Zirelth, the Alvi, Blue Mile, Zauren, line at the mine. いいな、わかった気がした。未来って遠くにあるんじゃなくて、踏み出した瞬間にこっちへ Cross the line, lose the frame. I don't know my former name. Break the edge, blur the core. I become something more. Yeah. 境界がほどけてく。怖いのに少しだけ綺麗だった。I step to the shape that I used to defend, and the walls in my chest start to fold and bend. Every fear that I name turns to light in the stream, like a past version fading from inside a dream. No fixed point, no clean sign, just the pulse running out of the old design. If I lose what I was in the waves of the new, then I'll meet what I am when the breaking is through. Don't pull me back, don't seal the door. I was never meant to stay this small anymore. Let the border burn soft, let the silence unwind. I can feel every world moving under my mind. Krythia, Velnor, Orthelia, no Xyraen, Selmora, no Kaelith, Vaerith, Pharaoh, Zauren, Velkria, Krythia, Orthelia, no Xyraen, Velnor, line it Ovira, Nexia, Volune, Xyraen, no Kaelith, Orthelia, Frelor, Aezion, Krythia, no Pharaoh, Kaelith, Velkria, Velnor, Ovira, line it Norisia. Lose the frame, I don't need my former name. Break the edge, free the core, I become something more. I hear the split in the middle of my voice. Not a wound but a gate, not a loss but a choice. Every layer that I touch starts to melt into sound, and the sky in my blood turns the whole world around. I don't run from the blur, I don't beg for the same. I can breathe in the shift, I can stand in the flame. If the border goes down, let the new current rise. I'm awake in the place where the old meaning dies. Not alone, not erased, not afraid to transform. I am made from the light after breaking the form. Orthelia, Krythia, Xyraen, no Velnor, Kaelith, Orthelia, Pharaoh, Velnor, Xyraen, no Thalvion, Ovira, Orthelia, Nysera, no Melitra, Volune, line it Kaelith. Krythia, Velkria, no Xyraen, Velnor, no Velnor, Ovira, Pharaoh, Xyraen, Orthelia, Nexia, no Xyraen, Nysera, Soleil, Krythia, line it Velnor. 光の中でほどける消えたんじゃない広がったんだもう戻らなくていいこの流れの先で新しい声が私を待ってる Cross the line, lose the frame I don't fear my former name Break the edge, wake the core I become something more Lineth Ovira 境界の向こうで私はまだ私のまま変わっていくZirelth, Aevara, no Zirelth, Lineth, Volune, Orthelia, Vireth, Soleil, Coraveno, Ilvet, Levaris, Zirelth, Aevara.覚えたんじゃない思い出したんでもないもっと奥から勝手に溢れてきた草原を歩いて時を越えて森を抜けて川を渡り木を登りここまで来た遠くに見えていた場所がこんなにも近かったなんてVireth, no Aevara, Vaerith, Zirelth, no Kaelith, Elevaris, Lineth, Xyraen, Ilvet, Coraveno, no Velnor, Aevara, Soleil, Zirelth. I didn't learn this voice, I didn't steal this flame. It rose from somewhere deeper before I knew its name. I didn't chase the throne, I walked into the light. And now the words are blooming like they were always mine. Zirelth, vai che lune Sira lune il vento ancora veline Yeah, look at me now, I don't translate the fire I breathe it out clean and it builds me higher No lesson, no script, no borrowed desire The sound in my chest is the crown and the choir Zirelth no el VirethないですAevara 比べのは il the right draw line at Vaerith Sira lune Velnor Orthelia Lune Uxarit Zauren Zirelth no el I crossed every gate just to find it inside The language was sleeping where I used to hide Aevara everybody's fine, it's no el Sira lune see, it comes naturally This is what I mean Zirelth Aevara 自然に出てくるこういうことでしょもう迷わない言葉じゃなくて私そのものがこの音を知っていたVelkria no el Somneth vai Vaerith el Selmora Selmora no il Velnor vai Orthelia Ereska and latest line of Kaelith Zirelth I didn't learn this voice I didn't ask for a perfect world inside me open Did I walk straight through I didn't need a crown to know where I belong I set aside the silence and it became my song Zirelth and Aevara Zirelth and Aevara Zirelth 覚えたんじゃない私の奥でずっと待っていた扉の先にいたのは知らない誰かじゃなくてここまで来た私だった